Good morning or good afternoon, good night. What up, DF Nation? This is DollFace Trucker coming at y'all live on this video. I'm gonna let some of y'all get in here before I go on with my story. I'm sorry I didn't do a video last night. I had a prior engagement that I had to take care of. So that's why I didn't do the video. But I have some updates for you guys for the keto diet and my future on YouTube. But before I do all that, I need you guys to like and subscribe and share this video. And today we're going to talk about my ongoing story. That Master Chef Chuck and Travis. What up? What up, Black Knight? New people. I haven't seen y'all. I think I've seen Black Knight before. So, how's everybody? You ready to get into this video? What's up, House of Love? I'm gonna let a few more people get in here. Give it about another 30 seconds. And we're gonna talk about the topic of domestic violence and my struggle with domestic violence and what I went through. And hopefully this will help someone out. This is something that needs to be brought to an attention. What's up, Jesse? Because there are people that's struggling with it and people don't bring attention to it. So whatever I can do to help out, I try to do. I got a special recipe. All right, Travis, hit me up. Email me. What up, Leandria? So, where did I leave off last video? My story video. It was, we did sexual assault, then we did human trafficking, so now we're on domestic violence. So I'm gonna pick the story up on when I moved back from North Carolina to Vegas. I was living with my mom. Okay, I'll screenshot that. And I was living with her, and then her boyfriend was on drugs. They were both on drugs. I just realized something. My mom and her boyfriends and these men with drugs. Anyway, so long story short on that, he put her on drugs and I wasn't allowed to live there anymore, so he kicked us out. I ended up going to a shelter, and at that shelter, I found a job to help me get into an apartment. This is early on. I think my kids, I don't even think I had the boys yet. No. We moved from North Carolina. It's been a long time. What up, Frankie? It's been a long time since I really thought about all this. I'll just pick it up. So we moved from North Carolina, then I started college at UNLV. I was doing the whole thing. What up, Ben? I was doing the whole, adult industry thing, and then I decided I can't lead a double life anymore. I needed to, focus on school and focus on getting my life together for my children. So I started to do that. I got a job at a call center, and I got my son's father a job at that call center. And then I'm doing well, Ben. And then I met this guy. He was so charming. He was handsome. He was like gorgeous. He was beautiful. He was like everything I could ever dream of. He had me completely intrigued. And I'm thinking, how bad could this be, right? Like, anytime I meet somebody, I evaluate the situation. Like, how would this person be around my children? Are they stable? What kind of job do they have? It doesn't matter if they have money, but like, I want to make sure that they are stable. What's up, Michelle? So he seemed like he was cool. Now, at this point in time, my son's father had moved in with me. So we weren't dating or anything. I was just helping him out. He was helping me out. And he told me not to mess with this dude. He was like, don't mess with the guy. He's telling me about these girls he beat, and he's going to do the same to you. And I'm like, you're just jealous. You want me back. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all, I really don't feel like doing this video. I'm gonna make it really quick. Let me turn off my do not disturb. I'm gonna do it really fast. It's not even gonna be a long video because I really don't feel like doing this video. Anywho, so I met him. He intrigued the shit out of me. Everything was good, and he ended up wanting to be a pimp. I didn't know this, but since I was in the adult industry, I was like, well, maybe I can help you and teach you what you need to learn, blah blah blah. Then one day in particular, he had got my car. We were driving. We were supposed to go somewhere on a date or something. Me and him were to have a date night, and he decided that he wanted to drop me off at the restaurant and take my car to go meet a girl. And I'm like, that's definitely not gonna fucking happen. And he was like, I guess one thing led to another, and he was like, you know, you came after me, you pursued me, you want me, I don't want you, I don't have to be here. And then I stopped the car right on the corner. I was like, well, then get out if you don't want to be here. And as soon as I said that, he started hitting me. Bomb, 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 just bombing on me. I had like knots on my head, black eyes, all kind of stuff. He knocked a couple of teeth out. And then he realized what he did. And I kept a knife on the side of between the door and the seat. Because, you know, for my safety, protect myself or whatever. And he grabbed the knife and had it to my throat. And then he made me drive around Las Vegas with a knife to my throat while he decided what he was going to do. And he was like, you better not speed up, you better not slow down, you better not make no sudden moves or I will slit your throat. And I'm thinking, how the fuck am I going to get out of this situation? Like, how am I going to... My kids are at home right now. So how am I going to get home to them? So I did everything he asked me to do. I didn't drive fast. I had put it on cruise control. I showed him, I said, look, it's on cruise, because he was like, if you brake too much and your brake lights go off, then that's going to alarm the police and I'm going to cut your throat. Like, I thought about crashing my car into something. By this time, we were already together for about 6 months. I didn't see any red flags. Nothing. Like, we had that conversation. I told him what my son's father said. I'm like, he said that you abuse women. He denied it. I was like, but my son's father wouldn't have a reason to lie. And then he was like, well, you know, she got in my face and hit me, and I defended myself. I was like, I would never give you a reason to hit me. I can't even imagine a reason why somebody would want to hit a woman. What's up, crazy? So, fast forward to that night, while we're driving around, I'm thinking, I can like kill us both and run into something, but I won't see my children. It's not guaranteed that it's gonna hurt him. I was driving an Escalade, so you know they're well built. I'm like, I don't know what to do, so I just drove. And then eventually I went home. I went upstairs to my apartment. He followed me with a knife to my back. I got in my bed. He slept in front of my bedroom door so I couldn't escape. The next day was Easter, and I was supposed to take my kids to a Easter egg hunt. And he told me I couldn't take them. And I'm thinking, like, you said that you wanted it to be as normal as possible. You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to cause any attention. So I have to go about my normal life. This was my way of trying to figure out a way out, because where I lived, there was a YMCA in my apartment complex. So I said, you know, I already said that I lied. I was like, I was supposed to set the Easter egg hunt up. If I don't go and set it up, they're going to come to the house. And they're going to wonder, know why I'm not there. And my kids are already dressed and ready to go. So he let us go to the YMCA to the Easter egg hunt, but he came with me and he took my phone from me. So I wasn't allowed to use my phone. I wasn't allowed to leave my apartment. I wasn't allowed to use any phone, any computers. And they knew something was up because I went into the office and sat down at the desk like I worked there. And he didn't know that I couldn't go in there, but they knew. The people who worked there knew she's not supposed to be in here. And before I hurried up and went in there and pretended like I had to shuffle through some papers. And they were like, what's going on? Is he supposed to be in here? I said, no. Everything was a yes or no. I wasn't answering anything in detail. So they told him he had to leave, and he was like, well, he's not going to leave. And they was like, if you don't leave, I'm going to call the police. So he left and went back to my apartment. But he had my phone still. Now, I didn't know anybody's phone number because it was all on my phone. So I got on the computer and I went on Google, like on Gmail, you can actually text message people from Gmail. So I went on there, I emailed my brother. I had his email address. He emailed me back. I told him, don't text my phone, give me his number so I could text him. And I texted him, and then he came. No, he called the YMCA. He asked me where I was at. I told him I was at the YMCA where I was at. He called, I spoke to him, and then he came. He came to try to get the dude out of my house. The dude was upstairs in my house with a knife and a hammer. And he told me that if my brother comes upstairs, he's going to kill my brother. Now, let me stop here. If I rewind back, so in December, my brother had a Christmas party, and I brought the dude to the Christmas party, right? And we took a picture together, and his eyes was glowing red. And at the time, my brother was like, "This man looks like a demon." And I was like, "How dare you talk about my boyfriend like that? He's no demon." So then, fast forward to April, or March, April, something like that, the Easter egg hunt. My brother was like, "I told you this was a demon." And I was like, wow, like, I don't believe in stuff like that, but I guess it's true. So anyway, my brother goes upstairs. The guy, he actually leaves peacefully. And I end up back with him. I went back to him. So we were dating for another 6 months, and he told me he would do better. He said he would go to counseling. I enrolled him in counseling. He was going for a minute. Then he stopped. And then I had moved to another apartment by this time. And one time he was really agitated. I didn't do anything to agitate him. He was just agitated. And he was about to hit me. I was in my car. And I hurried up and I screamed, and I hurried up and jumped out the car. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. Within like 5 minutes, like about 8 police cars came. Hella fucking fast they came. And he ran into his apartment. Because he lived upstairs. I lived upstairs. He lived downstairs. So he runs into his apartment. And the neighbors called the police because they heard me screaming and fighting with him. Because this time I wasn't going to let him hurt me. I was going to fight back. So, the police said they couldn't do nothing because they didn't witness anything. I can make a police report. They took pictures of my face because he grabbed me by my mouth and tried to pull me back into the car. But I didn't have any bruises or anything. And because I went back to him after the first time, they wasn't too excited to help me. And he locked himself into his apartment, so he wasn't going to come out. So eventually they was like, we'll write a report and send it to the detectives, and you can talk to the investigators or whatever about it. So after that happened, they left. Later on that night, he broke into my apartment. He drugged me out of my apartment, drugged me down the stairs to his apartment, tied me up, and told me he has to kill me now because I like to call the police. He held me hostage for about 3 days. My kids came looking for me. He said that I wasn't there. The police came. They asked him if he had seen me. I'm tied up, gagged, a thing around my mouth. Like, he put socks in my mouth, and then he taped my mouth around with duct tape. My mouth and my nose, and he put like one little hole, so I really couldn't scream. I couldn't breathe. I could hardly breathe. And then I'm thinking I'm really about to die. And he is just like a psychopath pacing back and forth. What am I going to fucking do with you? I'm going to have to kill you. Where I'm going to put your body. He was planning how he was going to kill me and how he was going to dispose of me. And my mom ended up coming and getting the kids. CPS got involved. Oh shit, I missed a whole entire part in between that. So from the first time that he hit me until the second time when he tied me up, in between that time, I started college. This when we were, dating still. And he used to follow me to school. He used to follow me to class. He came with me to school because he thought that I was cheating on him or talking to somebody. I don't remember a lot of that because it was so traumatic for me. A lot of it I don't remember. I just remember him coming with me to school, and they have a place at UNLV that helps with women who are sexually abused or survivors of domestic violence and stuff like that. So I went to them for help. I don't know how I got their help though. Because on the UNLV website, I think, you can go on their website and ask for help, and then they have a panic button. So if your abuser decides to see what you're looking at, you can push that panic button and it'll go to another screen. So that's how I initiated help. And I let them know that he was coming with me back and forth to school. And coming with me to classes and stuff like that. Like, he would not let me out of his sight. What is this dude doing? So I'm thinking, as long as he's not hurting me, I don't know. Don't judge me for why I stayed with this dude, but I stayed. And so then we fast forward to when he was about to kill me. He had me tied up. How I got out of that situation, one of the investigators actually came to his door, and they wanted to talk to him, and they were not going to leave until they spoke to him. And he let them in. They saw me. They immediately arrested him. He went to jail. He got out of jail. But by that time, while he was in jail, there's this thing called victim assistance, and they basically help you escape your abuser. It's funded by the district attorney's office. And so while he was in jail, they were able to move me and my kids out of that apartment into a house. I was unlisted. I was on the national directory. It's like some type of national thing where people who have been a victim of domestic violence can be on this program where your name is not shown anywhere. It's not shown nowhere. So he couldn't look for me. He couldn't find me. If need be, I could have changed me and my kids' names and all of that stuff. So I finished school, but I was super scared to go to classes. So that's when I got in another relationship, because it took me 7 years to graduate. So I moved on with my life. I got in a relationship with a girl. I was dating her, and then I got Bear, my dog, because I was so paranoid at school from this man finding me. I saw him at Vaughn's once. This is across the street from the school. Scared the shit out of me. So I figured if I got a dog and I trained him to be my service animal, he would attack Chris if something happened. That's his name, Chris. So I got the dog, and I with the help of the program at UNLV, they were able to help me, finish my classes, retake the classes that I failed because he was all up in my shit. And I never saw him again. I ended up graduating, and Bear's still my dog. He's still awesome. And then I started driving trucks. So I think the last time I saw this man was in 2016, 15, right before I got married. And that marriage wasn't like a marriage like I'm in love and I want to be with somebody and I'm married to him. It was basically I wanted to go to the military and I needed to marry somebody so I don't have to give custody of my children. And my mom was going to keep them, but I didn't want to give custody to my mom. I didn't go to the military, and I got divorced, and have not been in a relationship since. And part of that is realizing that I'm attracting these men that are really toxic and bad for my health, bad for my children's health, bad for my life. And I had to decide, I had to figure out what it is about me that's attracting these men. Because I had a pimp for a boyfriend, then I had an abuser for a boyfriend. I've been sexually assaulted, I've been raped. I had to fix something within me first before I brought another man into my life, or a woman, or whoever. So when I graduated and started driving trucks, part of that was just to work on me. Because when I started driving, I was in a dark, dark place. When I first started driving, I wanted to drive this truck off a cliff. I got my CDL just so I can get an 18-wheeler and drive it off a fucking cliff. Like, I wanted to do that. I like to drive, I like to be in an 18-wheeler, but then that's how I was going to go out, doing what I like to do. But then as I started driving and then doing YouTube and then meeting you guys, it's kind of like therapy to talk to you. So a lot of times I don't have content for you guys, but I get on here just to talk because I feel like sharing my story helps me. It helps me heal. It helps me get my mind right. Driving helps me heal. Driving helps me get my mind right. But that's a big reason why I'm not in a relationship right now, and I'm not looking for one. I don't care how much a man or woman says they love me, care about me, cherish me. I don't care until I have my mind right, until I'm in a place where I can bring something to the table. I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I can't tell you why I went back to that relationship. I can't tell you why I stayed with him. Part of it was fear. A lot of it was fear. But a lot of it was I thought I loved him. I just know how to answer. I just know that a lot of women do go back to their abusers. And I don't know. I don't have an answer for why they do. But that's my story up until when I graduated. That's where I'm at now. There's a lot of stuff that happened in between, like a lot of stuff. But those are the major things that happened in my life that made me who I am today. That's why I'm a loner. I like to be by myself. I want to stay by myself until I'm in a place where I don't feel like I'm vulnerable. I want to stay by myself until I'm in a place where I don't feel like I have to be dependent on anybody. I need to get my power and control back. And I just need to work on my mind. I'm staying single until my sanity is where it needs to be. And I think I'm halfway there. Every now and then I get scared that I see this man. Even out here, like I'm in Ohio right now. I am afraid to see him. And sometimes I think I see him and I know damn well it's not him. But if I see somebody that looks like him, I flip. He was white. He was a white dude. And with long hair. They said that he looked like Jesus. He used to call himself Jesus. But yeah, that's my story up until now. I left out a lot of stuff that's like little minor stuff, but the majority of what I'm telling you guys, it's just basically to let everybody know that if you're going through these things, you can get out of it. You might struggle through stuff, but you can get out of it, and you can survive anything. And here I am. Nothing has stopped me. I'm still going strong. My children have been safe through all of this. That's my number one concern, is to make sure they're happy and they're safe and they're comfortable. And then I have to take care of myself, make sure I'm comfortable, and make sure I'm mentally strong and healthy for my children. So, yeah. And make sure, I need all of you guys to go to DollFaceNation.com. Check out the merch. I think I'm about to just close down everything though. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do YouTube anymore. I don't want to do DollFace Nation anymore. I don't want to do none of it. I feel like it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. Why do I have a website to sell merch that nobody buys? I thought it was nice. I thought the merch is nice, but I'm not getting any. Y'all don't have to go to the website. I'm gonna shut that shit down. I paid for it for another month, and I'll probably keep it up for another month, but don't give up. What? I gotta pay. I'm spending money on something that I'm not even making in return, right? YouTube is suck. It sucks. Nick and Carlyle stopped doing YouTube because of the algorithm, and I'm feeling it too. Like, my estimated revenue on all of my videos right now is $51. If I stay on YouTube, it's just because, just to bring y'all content and talk to you guys, but I'm not going to put so much into it anymore. Because, for what? Like right now, I want to be asleep. I'm supposed to be asleep while I'm waiting to get loaded. Not doing a YouTube video. But I promised you guys that I would do it, and I was supposed to do one yesterday, but I didn't. So that's why I'm doing it. But as far as DollFace Nation, I'm paying about $50 a month for the web hosting. I'm not running any ads. I did run ads. They brought a lot of clicks to the website. They only went past the first page. They didn't go past the first page. Nobody put anything in their cart. Nobody shopped for anything. Nobody looked through any pages. They just clicked on the first page and then they left. And I thought that they're really good shirts, right? I thought they're really good designs. But maybe everybody else don't feel the same way. And a lot of people say don't give up, but I'm the type of person, I'll try something. If it don't work, I'll move on to something else. So I don't feel like it's giving up. I just feel like that wasn't for me. That wasn't something I need to do. Maybe I need to move on to something else, something more profitable. But I'm not in the business of spending money and losing money, right? I just paid for the web hosting on the 7th, December 7th. So I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to run ads and do what I have to do, switch it up a little bit. But if my sales don't pick up by the end of the month, I'm done. DollFace Nation will be no more. Because I'm not in the business of losing money. I don't have the money to lose like that. I put a lot of money into it. I put a lot of money into this website and designing the graphics and paying for like clip art and all that stuff. For what? But as far as the keto diet, so I weighed myself. I'm gonna post that video. I guess since I'm using my mobile hotspot, it takes forever to post the video. It takes like 12 hours to post the video. So but I'll just tell you what happened and you'll see the video later when I post it. I weighed myself on the 3rd and I was 210 pounds. Then I weighed myself on the 7th, expecting to lose at least 3 pounds. And I weighed 211 pounds. I gained a pound. So I'm thinking maybe it was that pancake mix that I'm not supposed to eat. Well, it says it's keto friendly, but the last time I did keto, I didn't have that pancake mix. So maybe it was that. Because the last time I did keto, I really was only eating eggs, bacon, salami, cheese, chicken, broccoli, and cabbage. That was it. And the water retention is what you're supposed to lose within the first week. So what I did was this. I weighed myself with yesterday, and I weighed 211 pounds. So I went to the restaurant and ate some pancakes and got some Starbucks. Today, I got some Starbucks and some cookies. I'm going on fast. I haven't eaten anything since probably an hour ago. That sounds like constipation. I promise to buy a merch. Just give me the end of the week. Okay. So I'm not gonna eat anything for the rest of the day, rest of tomorrow. I'm just gonna start over. I'm not giving up on the keto. I'm just gonna start over. That's funny. You are supposed to weigh yourself. You weigh in every week. I weigh in every week. Last time I did it, I weighed in every week. And I lost weight. That's how I knew I lost 14 pounds in 2 weeks. But I did it total. I added stuff that I shouldn't have added. What's up, Edward? Thank you for joining. Thank you. So I'm gonna start over. I did weigh myself. I recorded the video. I was actually in the bathroom stall when I weighed myself. So I'm just gonna start over. I am very, very sleepy. I don't have no eyelashes on. That's why I probably look sleepy, sick, or whatever else. But I am very tired. So yeah, I weighed myself. It was bad. I'm gonna start over. So tomorrow. Thank you. I'm done. I'm trying to transition a lot of stuff, y'all. I'm gonna start over with this diet, and tomorrow morning I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm gonna try not to eat anything until thank you, Kimo. I'm gonna try not to eat anything until noon tomorrow. And when I do eat, I bought some boneless chicken thigh, and I have some cabbage, and I have that sausage. I might make and I remember I used to always eat the cabbage stew. What do you mean if? So I'm just gonna go back to what I used to do when I first started the keto diet. So I'm starting over. And then as far as my whole thing for 2020 is working on my inside out, right? I want to be. I'm at a donut factory right now. Get loaded. What's up, Andrew? And when I walked in, I'm like, dude, y'all make donuts here? This is what I'm picking up? He was like, yeah. Oh yeah, intermittent fasting. Yeah, I do that too. I do that too. I try to fast at night when I go to sleep. That's when I fast the most. I'll try to stop eating at like 6 p.m. and then I pick up and eat again at like 8 a.m. So that's what, 14 hours, so 9, 10. So if I waited till 10, that's 16 hours. And they say try to do intermittent fasting for about 16 hours. But so yeah, I'm at this donut factory and I'm telling him how good the donuts smell or whatever. He was like, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Basically saying don't eat any processed foods or, you know, of course I knew that, but what he say, something about mass production. It's not always good. And I was like, dang. But I'm trying to be knowledgeable of what I put in my body and what I put out on the outside. Yeah, I wear wigs and eyelashes and all that, contacts. I haven't been wearing my contacts as much. I'll probably go back to black hair. Lashes, I don't know. I'm iffy about that. Sometimes I like the lashes, sometimes I don't. Right now I'm okay without them. I don't feel like I look old or anything. But I forgot to tell y'all too, that dude that I was in an abusive relationship with, he knocked out all of my teeth. These are dentures. He knocked out all of my teeth. And that's something I've never ever told anybody before. I've been really embarrassed to tell people. But there's been a couple of times I've done a video and I thought they were going to come out and fall out while I was talking. So when y'all say I have a beautiful smile, thank the dentist who made these teeth for me. But he knocked out all of my teeth. And they were my adult teeth, so I had to either get implants or dentures, and Medicaid did not pay for implants, so I had to get dentures. What are y'all talking about? What's up, heart, grit and grind? Well, I just went to the grocery store and got some collard greens and mustard greens, some shrimp, some Ooh, oysters, egg sauce, cheese. That's not all, but I got some other stuff. Ooh, that sounds good. You do better with a realistic diet, like cutting out meat and limiting carbs. You putting too much pressure on yourself by trying to do keto. Well, no, I've done the keto on the road before, D, and it worked out good. It worked out great. The reason why I stopped doing keto is because I went to Houston and I had just moved out there, and all the food that they had out there that I never had, I had to try, and then I just stopped doing it. But I can do keto. I just can't incorporate stuff that I'm not supposed to have. Like, if it tastes like carbs, it's going to be carbs. And that pancake mix, I really believe, is the culprit. I shouldn't have did that. And the eggs. I eat a lot of eggs. I didn't do the eggs for the first 3 days. Remember, I did the eggs for like the first 5 days. I was still eating a lot of eggs, and that's fat. You're only supposed to do it for 3 days. So I know where I went wrong, and it's not hard to do keto. It's easy, and it tastes good. It makes me feel good. I'd rather eat some eggs in the morning instead of some vegetables. I'll get full faster. But if I do that, I can't really eat too much later. What the fuck? Wow, what? Ah! Yeah. He knocked out all of my teeth, and now y'all have like my personal innermost details. Nobody else knows. Now everybody knows. That's why I have a lisp, because of the dentures. It was a really traumatic time in my life. But if I can be strong and come on here, now you get it. What do you mean? What? Chemo. If I can get on here and be strong and tell you guys, yeah, he went to jail. He got out though. I don't know how he got out, but he got out. The list. Oh. Hey, doll. Love you much. Thank you, F7. Jesus, trucker. What's that all about, Ralph? Can you kill him? Sure, if you see him. I took a picture of his ID and his social security card when he was in the shower one day. Just in case I ever needed it. I have it in my Google Drive. His picture of his ID and his social security number. I feel safe on the road. I feel like he can't get to me. He's a pretty boy. He would never do anything like trucking. He would never be around this type of environment. So he's such a pretty boy. His hands are like so soft. He don't do hard manual labor at all. So I know that I'm safe here, but that's one reason why I went to left Vegas too, to get away from that and him. Put him in Iran. What up, Steve? So I'm just working on me, working on my mental health, and working on my physical health. And I learned a lot in 2019. I know this is kind of late to be having this type of video, but I've learned to just be okay with me. I've learned to be okay with me, and I don't have to please everybody. I don't have to impress everybody. I've learned just to be happy with me and accept me for me. But when I say accept me for me, I used to be like, accept me for me. I can cuss and have a potty mouth and do this and do that, and you should accept me for me. But there comes a time where you have to mature. Like I used to say, accept me for me, my weight. I don't care if I get big. You have to accept me for me. But like I said, you have to mature, and you have to be healthy. You have to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally. And not everything that's glitter is gold, right? So I have to make sure that I'm not cussing and having a whole bunch of vile words in my mouth, because that creates a vile mind, in my opinion. And I'm trying not to have so much junk in my body. And yes, I feel like you should accept me for me, and I'm living unapologetic, but I can live unapologetic and be healthy at the same time, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And that's what I'm on 2020. That's what I'm working on. My biggest critic is me. Yes, that's true. apparently it's everybody else too. They ain't like bought nothing on my website. I'm going home soon, and once I go home that day, I don't want to say because I don't know who's watching this, but after that day, it's going to be a Friday. I'll be going home every weekend. So if I am going to do anything with the website, I have time to do it then. I'm going back to my dedicated route, my regional route. So I could be at home every weekend with my kids. And I'm about to move and file taxes and all that. We gotta talk, plus I want to see my new place. Okay, Janine, I'll definitely call you when I get back. Okay. DollFace. You make a person's day just talking about DollFace things, no matter where and what you've been. Aw, thank you, my love. That's a sweet statement. If I was gonna do, you know what I would love for YouTube for me? Have you heard of Queen Naja? She's a YouTube personality. And she does YouTube videos. And she's like YouTube famous. But I like her content and I like the videos that she does, and she's in Houston. If I could have a wish, my wish would be to have a YouTube channel like hers. Not like hers, like not as far as content, but, well, no. I don't know what I'm trying to say, actually. I want to be a YouTube personality. I want to just create my own reality TV. DollFace Trucker, DollFace Reality TV, right? But that's one part of it. But the other part is like, who am I to believe that people are actually going to watch me being DollFace YouTube TV? Like, who am I? I'm nobody. I'm just a regular person who does videos on YouTube. I have nothing significant going on in my life to where I believe people will actually just tune in just to watch me live life. So I'm conflicted with that. But that's what I want to do. But what I was going to say, I'm about to switch on I know I'm all over the place. But what I was going to say is, if you guys want your taxes done, the guy who does my taxes gives me hella money every year. He's been doing my taxes over 10 years. He charges, I think, $200, so that comes out of your return. But he gives you the max that you could possibly get, more than H&R Block and all those people. Last year, my first year trucking, I got back $8,000. I claimed 3 kids. So if you want your taxes done by this guy, his name is Antonio Dillard Jr., hit me up. I'll send you his link or his phone number or his contact information. He's based out of Vegas because that's where I used to live. But you do not have to live in Vegas to get your taxes done by him. But he will get you the maximum amount, and it's legal. He works for 5-Star Taxes in Las Vegas, Nevada. And, you know, he's always, I'm cleaning my nails, I'm sorry, y'all. He's always giving me like the maximum amount. So I wanted to spread the love. And if you refer somebody, you get a $500 referral bonus. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you do get a hefty amount if you refer somebody. I'm not referring you guys just to get the money, because my money comes anyway. Like, he gives me a good amount. I just want y'all to get some good money. So I just got over perfect. I'm excited about starting orientation next week. Congrats, Chemo. Yeah, I'm kind of over trucking. I'm ready to get off the truck. I'm going to use this income tax to move. It's the number one thing. And then what's left of that, I'm going to pay for my paralegal courses. And then what's left of that, I'm going to get my stuff out of storage and thank you, Jason. I'm going to get my stuff out of storage, and then I'm going to pay for paralegal courses. Once I'm done with the paralegal courses, I'm going to find a job as a paralegal, and if it makes a good amount of money, I'm done with trucking. But I won't be done with YouTube probably. It's really iffy if I'm going to be still doing YouTube or not. For now, I'm going to be doing it for the next 30 days. I'm thinking about doing it until I lose the weight that I want to lose. I need to lose 50 pounds. I need to get down to 160. I'm 211 right now. It's crazy. I can't believe I weigh that much. I never in my life weighed that much. Ever. So, if you guys want your taxes done by Antonio, hit me up so I can give you his information. And for right now, I might be done with YouTube after the whole keto thing. We'll see what happens. But I'm, at least for the next 30 days, at the very least, I'll still continue to do YouTube. I don't know. I'm gonna go, y'all. I'm gonna try to take a nap before they load me. There's 2 trucks in front of me right now. I'm getting loaded. And when they're done, I'll be getting loaded. So, I'm gonna go, try to take a nap because I'm like so tired. Oh my God, I have 4 hours left on my clock. I'm gonna leave here and go try to find a truck stop. I'm gonna probably try to sleep on site. It looks like I could sleep over there before you get them donuts. I'm not getting no donuts. Nope. I don't even have any cravings for anything that I'm not supposed to eat. Oh yeah, I got the video though. I did, do y'all know I bought an air fryer? Have y'all seen that yet? Or did I just record that on and didn't post it? I bought an air fryer. And it is awesome. I fried some salmon with it. And it stunk my truck up. It still smells like salmon in here. But the the doggone salmon was bomb.com. So yeah, that's coming up soon too. That's not the only account she's talking about. I advertise it for myself as well. I work for an accounting firm for these 3 years, so guys, give me a holler. Yeah, guys, give Janine a holler too. She does taxes. She does taxes. I cooked with it. I fried. Oh yeah, I did the cauliflower. Right. When I'm tired, y'all, I can't remember nothing. Ooh wee. But I fried some salmon in it. It was actually really good. So I'm gonna go. I have to go to sleep. At least 10 minutes if I could try. Oh, I was supposed to turn my reefer on. Yeah. I'm not doing that. I have 4 hours. No, I have 4 hours left to drive. But I'm just going to shut down tonight. I'm not going to drive the 4 hours and just start up early in the morning. My appointment isn't until like tomorrow at 3 p.m. And I have to go to Tennessee. So, I'm going to go and I'll talk to y'all soon. The next video is going to be about a PSA for domestic violence and the keto stuff. Those are the next couple of videos I'm gonna have dropping. And then when I get home, I want to prank my kids. I want to record that. That'd be funny. A lot of stuff that I would want to do would either be with a team, if I was teaming, or with a boyfriend or girlfriend or a spouse. I think that would be the good content. But I don't have neither one of those, so all I can do is just sit here and talk to y'all. Anywho, good night, y'all. Y'all drive safe, be safe. Remember, what do I say? Tell me what I say, y'all. Be you, live with a purpose, and live unapologetic. Bye, guys.